Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to Smash and Grab TV, home to the Crash Bang Wallop Cup. That's right, ladies and germs, it's time for Bloodbowl. I'm your host, Double D, and joining me here today is Joe. Now,
Hey,
Joe, I had to be smuggled in a bag today because, well, Big Nobler, the Nobler Union, they're out for blood no matter what the courts say. So tell me now, where are we and who are we here to see today?
well, thanks for the introduction, Double D. We are here today to watch the game between the Kreepy Burping Clowns at the Windy Big Top versus the Pegasus Flyers. This is an important game. This is the third game of the 6th week of the Crash Bang Wallop League, and this is a must-win game for the Pegasus Flyers to proceed for contention for winning the league itself.
So Nogri Ogreson's going to be on tenterhooks today.
Yes, he'll definitely be on point. Even Dunkster himself will definitely be trying to kind of, I guess, thwart him in that regard.
Oh, he does like to undermine, doesn't he, if he can?
Yeah, it's part of it is the mischievous nature. I can't really say too much because, unfortunately, because of the outrage from the Nobler Union, many of our staff at the broadcasting studio have basically walked out in protest. So we've had to supplement them with our broadcasting staff with Goblin crew, who are asking for, who are claiming to provide better services for double the price of what we would usually pay. So here comes the first kick. It's a high kick for the Pegasus Flyers.
Yes, Kreepy Burping Clowns did win the toss, I think, and passed over the kicking job to Pegasus Flyers, and that's landed straight in the arms of one of the Kreepy Burping Clowns.
Yep.
Now, but both of these teams, they've had sort of a variable season. Obviously, the Pegasus Flyers they're doing pretty damn well. They're not quite a shoe-in for winning the tournament, but they have got there sort of pretty well. Kreepy Burping Clowns have been surprisingly effective this season. Have you got any particular thoughts on which team is? Oh my God! He just chopped him in half.
Yeah, he just knocked him. He just clocked him with that chainsaw, and that. Damn, we've already seen one knight go down for the Pegasus Flyers. That's a bit of a devastating opening drive, and here we go. Here comes the Fanatic. He's knocking down one of the blitzers.
You can always rely on those Fanatics to shake things up a little bit. Well, I'm going to stop asking stupid questions and let you get on with the next bit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that was going to lead into my answer, which was that the Kreepy Burping Clouds and Goblin teams in particular are known for their chaotic nature, and I guess people don't really put a lot of their coin in when it comes to making their bets on whether or not they'll make it or not, and they can surprise you. And wow, this game is turning out to be a bit of a chaotic mess already, because we've already had 2 knockouts, 2 players taken off the field from both sides.
Chainsaw gone, wasn't it?
So that is the chainsaw, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it did a job. I won't say it did its job, because I'm sure that Dunkster would have liked to have seen him on the pitch for a lot longer. But yeah, this is the thing with secret weapons, isn't it? You've got to make the best use of them that you can, because there's no guarantee they're going to stay on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, depending on how many bribes Dunkster's invested in for this game. I also noticed he's managed to pay out towards a wizard. So, it'll be fun to see whether that changes things up for the makeup of this game.
I love to see a wizard on the pitch. Well, off the pitch, hiding, but doing their job, because it can be such a game changer, can't it? Having that fire or that lightning just streak from the sky.
Yeah, definitely. It makes the game more entertaining for having like pyrotechnics involved. Yeah. I mean, other than just the usual kind of pyromaniacs in the crowd.
Okay, we've got one knockback there.
And so we can definitely see the Kreepy Burping Clowns are trying to clear a space, punch a hole through these Bretonnians to allow their ball carrier to make a run for it.
And they've done a good job there. Oh, we got a foul. And he's injured.
Oof.
Theodore Porkville.
Yep, and I guess the referee has sent him off. Guess the bribe wasn't enough.
Yeah.
But Fickle is the nature of the referees in this game. Almost as fickle as the players can be.
Well, the main thing is the ref gets paid, isn't it? I think maybe he's just not been paid quite enough. Okay.
So the Pegasus Flyers obviously now on the offensive, trying to push back and get at the ball. And we've seen a blitz here from one of the knights, and he knocks down the ball carrier and injures him.
Yep, Stabby Chuckles is badly hurt. That's no long-term effect. It's not going to impact on his stats at all, but he is out for the rest of this game.
I mean, talk about getting your money. You mentioning people getting their money's worth this game, but yeah, definitely seen that for the crowd. For the crowd are definitely getting their money's worth in terms of carnage this game.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see. And there we were, sort of talking up the ability of the Goblins there to smash a hole through the Bretonnian side, and the Bretonnians have just whipped around the edges of that, grabbed the ball, and they're looking at a fairly clear run from here to the touchdown line.
Yeah, that's obviously the downside of just, I guess, going full ham, going full on in your offense. The Nogri Ogreson's managed to make a cage for some of his players with the ball, but that doesn't seem to have mattered with the wizard making his presence felt.
Yeah, and that would have been a lost point of agility, but I think he's just used the apothecary there to turn that into a no casualty. So the player's in the substitutes now. But yeah, that won't have pleased him too much to have seen him go down.
Oof. A little failed dodge there from one of the Goblin linemen. I guess Dunkster was hoping one of these players could get in and try and either snatch the ball up or even just put a tackle zone on it. But oh, field pick up there.
Yeah, a bit of a fumble. He's managed to get it though with a re-roll.
And he's
and
making
Dunkster will be sighing now, won't he? I mean, when you've got a team that's as slow, really, as the Goblins, and you see, the ball just head that far away, there really is nothing you can do about it except try to inflict a little bit of damage. But he's taken some.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think one of the trolls being on the ground definitely doesn't help, and the other one's kind of too far away to even really make much of an impact. Ooh.
Whereas Mr. Pickles has had quite the impact. He's knocked out.
Blindsided him there by that Bretonnian lineman.
Yeah.
This game is this game is shaping up to be both carnage ridden and high paced.
Indeed. And clearly Nogri Ogreson, he's well aware of how important this match is for the Bretonnians. He's seeking to get an early touchdown in there, really sort of push Dunkster to the limit just to try to equalise and see if he can hold that lead.
Now here comes the Fanatic. He's making his way. A little bit uncontrolled movement with that spiked ball of his. Dunkster's just trying to get a lot of his players out of the way. And a blitz from one of the trolls. And he's pushing out he's pushing him out of the way so that he can get one of his line goblins out. But who falls over? Oh.
To watch, isn't it? It's hard to watch. You've got to feel for Dunkster. There's literally nothing he can do here. I'm presuming we're going to get a straight touchdown now. Yep. Yeah,
Nogri Ogreson's not going to want to risk injuring any potential injuries from his players. So yeah, it's the right move at this point, just to grab the early touchdown while you still can.
Yeah, and what you'll notice on the sidelines there is that the cheese eaters are indeed having a nice portion of cheese and crackers just while the the dead and the injured are being sort of totted up and wiping their crumbs from their face. They are heading now back out onto the pitch.
So most of the knocked out players for the Pegasus Flyers are staying off, whereas Dunkster's managed to get a lot of his players back on. And the referee, he was thinking of sending off the Fanatic and the chainsaw, but yeah, those bribes have now finally paid in.
Invaluable. So the tables have turned a little bit then for Dunkster in terms of the numbers. Let's see whether he can actually make best use of those as the Bretonnians set themselves up a little bit more defensive this time.
Yeah, they'll definitely want to keep they'll want to keep back away from the trolls and the fanatic as much as possible. Basically, just playing usual Bretonnian tactics of using those of the I guess lesser class players to kind of take the brunt.
The Gobos are setting up again, quite aggressive. You know, pushing quite hard forward there. I guess when you're small and slight, weight of numbers really does help against each of your opponents.
Hmm.
They'll be looking to crush forward. Go on.
So obviously the Kreepy Burping Clown's missing out on the Pogor. That's definitely reduced the maneuverability and the speed. You know, for their scoring ability for this game.
Big time, yeah. So we've got perfect defense there for the Bretonnians. They're able to just reshift themselves around. Nice result for them. Gives them the opportunity to respond to how the Pegasus, how the Kreepy Burping Clowns have gone. And as you can see, we've got an asymmetric setup there.
Yeah, I guess they'll try and focus on try and hold back one side of the line, force the Goblins to go down the other, and then when they can when the time is right, make the blitz and try and break open the cage.
Absolutely. At first I was a little bit concerned that they'd put their weight on the other side of the pitch to the ball, but it's striking me now they've got quite a lot in reserve there, able to just push themselves forward.
Oh, that chainsaw is definitely... Yeah, the Kreepy Burping Clowns are definitely getting their money's worth with the chainsaw now, because back on the pitch, and he's knocked out another player, and he's knocked out one of the linemen.
Funny, isn't it? I think, am I right, the chainsaw halves the armour, is that right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah, so much cause an injury.
I mean, whirring blades going up against wooden and kind of sheet metal. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
So the Kreepy Burping Clowns are building themselves their cage. The Bombardier, who I've only now just noticed is on the pitch, repositioning.
Yeah, hasn't made any use of him yet. I'm presuming this is the first time he's come onto the pitch. He wasn't there all along, was he?
I don't think. Yeah, he's probably sitting on the substitute bench.
Yeah.
So here comes a blitz from the Bretonnians. Dauntless from the Blitzer on the troll, knocking him away from the line. Won't follow up. He probably maybe move in. No, he's staying put. The other Blitzer's coming around.
Dodge out and around and next to the ball, but you're absolutely right. He stayed there.
I think he didn't want to risk next turn getting punched in the face from the troll or even the fanatic. The fanatic could still make his way around there. There's a trip.
Yeah, slippery ground. You'd almost think the rat folk had been here, but I'm trying to think have the rats actually played at the Windy Top yet? Skaven?
I can't, to my knowledge, remember if they have. It's been a while since we've actually seen the Burping Clowns play at home. I think they played their last 3 games they played away. The first 2 games I know that they played at home, so maybe there was a disagreement or maybe some concern from management about whether or not the fans coming to the Big Top would cause more havoc than the players are, but at this point that seems unlikely.
We've got a broken jaw here for Gabriel Amal Detest. He's just had a chainsaw in the face. That's gonna surely smart. I can't quite see whether he was missing the next game or whether he was losing some sort of points. I'm sure the audience have spotted that on the screen.
Yeah, I think there are many things the Magic Sponge is good for, but improving a player's look, that's definitely not one of them. And here we go, the Breaking Burping Clowns have the ball. We're going to see...
we've got a throw!
And away he goes! Oh, he's
landed!
He's landed it!
Oh! You know, it's not very often they come off, but when they do, they're a beautiful thing to see, aren't they?
These are definitely the kind of plays that we like to see. These are definitely the chaotic kind of plays we like to see from Goblin teams. There's a blitz from the Blitzer. He's managed to make it, and he's managed to just push the Gobble back. So
yeah, thanks to the dodge skill there for the Goblin.
So he's not out of danger yet because there are still plenty of Bretonnians upright near the ball carrier.
Indeed.
But that's
An unfortunate slip there. Rubbish Rupert stunned as he tried to dodge away from the troll.
I mean, some people would say the clue's in the name, but saying that the trolls had tried to think about, probably tried to process the whole concept of dodging, and that's made him stop in place. Whereas his compatriots managed to make it round. Obviously, creepy burping clouds are going to try and knock some of those Bretonnians away. Oh, Chainsaw tried to dodge out.
Just
And
managed
he
it.
made it. Yeah, he's just managed it. He's gone for the blitz on the knight, and it's been unaffected.
No effect at all. Of course, those knights' armor, they are that much stronger, aren't they, than the unfortunate peasants.
Well, it doesn't matter. The ball carriers managed to make it out. Oh, and he's fallen over. Oof.
That's gotta hurt. That is so unfortunate. He's so close to the touchdown there. Of course, he was only trying to get, as close as he could, as far from the knights as possible to make it difficult for them. He can still technically pick it up and get it on the next go, but every movement that knight makes towards it, he's got it.
That's...
Yeah, that's gotta hurt for Dunk. Now he's got the bombardier there. Potentially he may be able to do some damage with that to get the ball away. I guess we'll see on the next turn.
There's still a couple of goblins on their feet that might be able to make it round to hopefully, make the blitz, but not enough to maybe pick up the ball next turn.
No. This is the thing, you see. You get a chaotic team like the Goblins. When things go well, they go amazingly well, and when they don't, you just see them falling all over the place. Unable to quite move where they want to move, unable to hit what they want to hit, scattered, fallen.
And both trolls have this. They're stumped.
Yeah.
Blitz coming up from the gobble onto the knight. He's managed to knock him down.
Yeah, it's taking
that's definitely not going to help. Now the Dunkster's definitely not going to be able to get he's not going to be able to get he's not going to have a blitz, but
The bombardier was trying to take out the ball carrier with a bomb, and unfortunately fumbled, dropped it right at his feet, blew himself up.
That's definitely sealed this half. The Pegasus Flyers are going to walk away with a 1-0 lead into the second half.
Yeah.
And just to add insult to injury, we've got a blitz from the Bretonnian Knight carrying the ball.
I was about to say he's added an injury to insult, but it wasn't an injury. He's just knocked him over.
It'll be interesting to see how Dunkster responds in the next half. And here comes a foul.
Vengeance there.
Oof.
Didn't manage to do any damage, but I'm sure it made him feel a lot better.
No, and both teams run off the field for the end of the first half. It's 1-0 to the Pegasus Flyers against the Creepy Burping Clowns. I think it's the alliteration that might be the thing that's causing the difficulty with me.
Well, do you know what causes difficulty with me is that Kreepy is spelled with a K and Clowns with a C. I mean, pick one, dude. Pick one. Now, Crunchy has just been sent off.
So that will probably be the Chainsword, and that's the Bombardier both gone.
And Big Bada Boom. Oh no, Big Bada Boom has managed to bribe his way back on.
So I guess the numbers advantage that. Actually no, it's the. So I guess the numbers advantage that the Creepy Burping Clowns did have somewhat stymied.
Yeah, we've got now 2, 4, 6, 8 left of the Clowns.
I guess
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh no, 9 all by the looks of it. 9 all by the looks of it, yeah.
So I don't see the Bombardier anywhere. So it looks as though someone's definitely got enthusiastic about this game and decided to get involved. That's a throw rock, and it's knocked down one of the blockers.
Wow.
For the Bretonnians.
Well, the creepy burping clowns have been throwing money around a lot. Maybe some of it went to somebody in the audience.
Or maybe it was just a fan, just really wanted to make the mark. So
Speaking of, they haven't used the wizard yet, have they?
No, they used them once. They can only use them once per half. So they used them once in the first half. Where the chainsaw is when the Bretonnians were making a break for it.
Ah.
Oh no! And speaking of the loony, the chainsaw is down.
Yeah, down and badly hurt. Do you know? I don't know how I missed the wizard using his blast. Then I must have been distracted talking rubbish.
I mean, Rupert Rubbish isn't here anymore, so it's somewhere.
Fair enough. It's just double D rubbish then. All right. Well, the ball's been picked up anyway. Going to look at a short pass, and that's successful.
Yeah, definitely trying to move that ball up as far as they can, and they went for it.
Yeah, to good effect. Now, is he going to bring somebody in to cage up and just give him that little bit of extra defence? There's only one guy left.
Yeah, he had to. Well, they obviously needed to make some space. And yeah. So a bit of a loose cage, but there's a glaring hole at the side there, which the troll is obviously moving into. Definitely see a blitz this turn.
Okay, it's got to happen.
And
Always a little bit risky, of course, blitzing with a troll, because they do have that really stupid roll that can just completely waste it.
Yeah, and also the loner, which means that reroll is making them reroll is definitely a lot more riskier as well.
Yeah, big time. But he's come out successful.
He's knocked down and he's moved into that space. He's moved in this around.
And stunned the player by the looks of it. Those little stars whirling around his head.
So Goblins are moving in. They're kind of bringing themselves in a bit tight around the Bretonnians. I guess that means that they'll be hard for them to kind of maneuver and move out if they need to, depending if the Bretonnians manage to punch their way out, which we'll probably definitely see this turn.
Yeah,
I guess
they're very tough players, really, the Bretonnians, aren't they? They are very good at punching holes. And the Goblins are, of course, the weak point in their own team.
So here we go, here comes Blitz. The Blitzers trying to punch a way out. The Goblins with the dodge definitely makes it harder for them.
Pass.
They have the steal, definitely negates the surrounding tackle zones. And
so he's managed to get the ball away. But to a player who had already moved, so was unable then to run off with it. I guess the point of it was just getting the ball out of there.
It's definitely a really well played use of Nerves of Steel there. You don't really see it that often in certain teams. Pro Elves catchers usually have it as a standard, but it's never something you kind of expect to see. But when obviously we've just seen a perfect example of it being used here.
So in sort of mechanic terms, did you say that effectively negates the tackle zone minuses that would have been on him otherwise for throwing when other people are there? Yeah,
use that and also catching. That's the reason why pro elf catchers have it as well, because it means they can be surrounded by multiple players, and then if someone throws the ball to them, they can catch it as if it was there was no one else there. I guess they go into their own mind palace or their own headspace to do so.
Fascinating.
And speaking of someone being in their own mind space or their own headspace, and that's another goblin going down. Yeah, this game has definitely been interesting to watch for in terms of casuals.
Yeah, and so many players been biting dirt. It's insane.
Oh, our goblin cameraman kind of losing focus. But yeah, we're definitely seeing the trolls now throwing their weight around.
Yeah, and what a difference they make when they are actually able to act and move instead of stand there picking their nose. They are terrifying creatures to face. Okay.
Creepy Burping clowns moving into basically throw blocks into the surrounding Bretonnians. I guess you don't have to worry about the Bretonnians getting up and taking the ball if they're all face dirt in the mud, face first in the mud. Sorry.
Now, unfortunately, he's pushed them onto the ball there, which has pushed the ball away from his other players, and he has failed to pick that up. So it's not as protected as it might have been. I don't know. What would you do at this point if you were Dunk? You know, you've got, well, you're on turn 12, so there's a mere 5 turns left in the game. Are there any sort of particular tactics you might be looking to try and put into practice?
I guess at this point is just try and get your hands on the ball, get it as far away from that cluster as possible. I guess the next best thing would be, get your hands on the ball, get it to a troll, have the troll again just throw the gobble as far as he can and hope that he lands.
Yeah. Is there much point or joy in trying to get the troll to actually carry the ball, or are they just so poor in their agility that they just really can't ever carry the ball?
I mean, we've noted that the really stupid trait for the trolls makes them unreliable sometimes. Making them into a ball, like trying to, I guess, teach them how to be a ball carrier would be a waste of time, because not only do they find it difficult to pick up the ball, but then it would be difficult for them just to keep enough focus to go down, just to keep running and go down the pitch.
Sure.
Also, their low movement is also another factor against that. That's why they're probably better, giving it to the gobbles and then having the troll throw them. And even that is risky, because the troll might decide it's snack time instead of game time.
Well, quite. And even if they do manage to throw them, A, there's no guarantee they're going to get them anywhere, and B, the goblin can presumably be injured when they land. Yeah, it's a risky team to play. It's a difficult team to play.
I mean, high risk, high reward, but also high chaotic nature as well.
Yeah.
So the Bretonnians have obviously managed to kind of push. I mean, the ball's gone backwards and forwards between the two teams, but it's still in the same spot, and just failing on the pickups as well has not helped.
Yeah, both sides, I think, at the moment.
But
Breton is definitely hoping to get a second touchdown just to secure that all-important victory, but
he's definitely helping. It's definitely helping. It's helping that he's running down the clock as well, making it, I guess, giving the creepy burping clowns more kind of panic in terms of more pressure in terms of trying to get that equalized goal. And see, I wouldn't be surprised if at this point he's conceded himself to basically keep the ball in spot and go for the 1-0 victory.
Yeah, and I think you make a good point there. People often think of Blood Bowl as being a purely physical game, but there is a real psychological aspect to it. The coaches facing off against each other, knowing what what's at stake, and as you say, putting psychological pressure on their opponents, as well as that physical devastation that they can inflict.
Here comes a blitz from the knight, and it didn't work. He hit the dirt.
Where is their leader? Where is Pierre? He's standing right there at the back. Can you see him?
I can see him. I think, I know why he's there. It's more of he's kind of like, I guess, a safety. He's there in case the Goblins do manage to get a throw teammate off, so that he can then quickly respond.
But look at him, he's eating. Is that crackers with foie gras on it?
I mean, I don't know if he's got some some wine there as well, some Bretonnian vintage.
This might be another little goblin trick, smuggling some onto the pitch to distract him.
Well, I mean, when you've got all that time to sit and it's rare that a lot of Blood Bowl players have the time to sit down and outside of games, like during a game, it's rare for them to have time to sit and just kind of enjoy the finer things.
Yeah. Well, if there's one team that understands the finer things, it's the Bretonnians, isn't it? You ever been invited to a Bretonnian banquet?
Not recently, no.
Let me tell you, my friend, the food they provide is almost enough to fill a halfling. Almost. It's incredible.
I mean, I imagine like you probably took notes for pies, when you were there.
y- mm, oh, look at that. That's interesting. He's just fallen over.
Oh, and the ball's scared off. So yeah, it's now the game has now turned into a bit of a quagmire of backwards and forwards between the two teams trying to get the ball and trying to get it out of that area. I don't think it's left like that. I don't think it's really left that area since turn 12. It's
Yeah.
literally just been blocks getting thrown left, right, and center, and the ball being, failure on like the ball being picked up. And, oh, here we go. One of the Creepy Burton Clown's Goblin Linemen's managed to make a break for it.
Yeah, finally. They don't
might.
always.
Oh,
Oh.
no! It's definitely not helped. Pie filler. It's KO.
Somebody's asking for it.
Oh, that's a shame because the Creepy Burping Clowns only have one turn now after this
Yeah.
to try and make a score, and it's gonna be. I mean, at this point, I guess the Pegasus Flyers will probably try and seal it up.
They've got to, haven't they? I mean, fortunately for Dunxley, he has managed to get the that goblin up there into just about range, I think, to score. But it's whether or not he can pick up that ball, pass it to him, actually catch it, and make that run. I suspect he's going to have to go for it as well, even if he does get the ball.
And looks like Dunxter's. Yeah, it looks like he's. I guess he's not going to go for it. I think he's decided he's going to try and do as much damage as he can.
Yeah, I'm wondering, does he have a goblin who's still just about close enough to dodge out and get the ball and pass it?
There's one left in his backfield, but he's marked, so he'd have to dodge out.
Oh, he has.
He makes it. Just needs to pick it up.
Oh,
And he's fumbled it.
Oh, that's gutting
that
for
game.
Dunxter.
Oh, close. Score-wise, not so much, but definitely a close game.
Yeah, very hard fought between the two of them. If he just managed to pick up that ball and pass it, we could have been looking at a 1-1 draw here. So that's going to be Nogri Ograson cheering his heart out, knowing that he still has an opportunity now to take the tournament. He is in a position where if he can win the next game, I think if he wins the next game, he takes the tournament.
Yeah, he's a shoe in there for the final.
Yeah.
It'll be. I can't imagine it'll be tough going into the next game. A lot of pressure next game. But this has been an exciting lead up to the final itself. We've definitely seen some good play by the Pegasus Flyers. That kind of late turn kind of. Well, I say late turn. That kind of like early kind of blitz and stealing of the ball from them. Yeah, it's definitely resulted in them getting the one. They secured the 1-0 score going in from the first half, and then being comfortable enough to kind of basically just wade in and turn the game into a bit of a fist fight to tie up the clock.
Yeah, and we do always love to see the violence in Blood Bowl, don't we? It's just, I don't know, for me, I do like to see the violence. I don't like to see just the violence, though. I like to see the ball moving as well. And for me, I don't know, it wasn't the game that I was hoping it would be. But I think, we've had a lot of fun commentating it. It's hopefully been a lot of fun for the fans. We've got a very exciting final coming up, as you say. And I think the only thing to do now is to wait and see what happens with the other teams, because right now we know Nogri Ograson can take the title, but those sneaky rats have been up there. Tom Mandry has been doing awfully well as well. So I guess we'll have to wait and see where it turns out. Anything you want to add, Joe?
No, again, just an exciting game, full of the chaotic nature that we come to expect from Dunxter's team, full of the, I guess, disciplined and doggedness from the Pegasus Flyers themselves. It's definitely been, it's been fun to watch.
Fantastic. Well played to Nogri Ograson. And unlucky to Dunkster there. If you could do me a favour, just pop me back into this bag, would you? And do you think you could carry me out?
I mean, as long as you don't weigh, as long as you've not been eating too many pies and you don't weigh too much, I think I should be fine.
No, I'm fine. I'm in the bag now, and I'm
Okay, all right.
holding up. If you could just
Yeah, I'm just gonna zip that up.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Anyway,
there's double danger. Oh no, you can't hear me.
oh, that's been Double D and myself, Joe, for this game from the Crash Bang Wallop League. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Good night.